card. This is the best way I can show you. This one I've made into an anniversary card. It is a 5x7 card, so it folds flat into the envelope, but when you display it, it's like this. So I've got all sorts going off, and there's back as well. So oops, didn't want to put that on really, never mind. Okay, so without further ado, let's get on. So you need a piece of card that measures 5 by 10 inches, and we are going to put it in at the let's just check it, yes, the 10-inch side, and we are going to score that at, in fact, I'm going to swap my blade with my scorer. In fact, we'll just move the blade a minute. We're going to score that at 4 1/4. So I'm using Highland Heather. Let's check 4 1/4. 4 1/4 it is. And then I'm going to rotate and repeat. So 4 1/4 again. Put that in at 4 1/4 and score that. Right, now I'm going to slip it back, and I'm just looking for my pencil. There we go. And I'm going to score, not score, I'm going to mark at 2 1/8. So I'm putting it in at 2 1/8, and then I'm just going to mark at the top and at the bottom. So I've just put a little mark here and at the bottom. Then I'm going to rotate and repeat that. So I'm putting it in at 2 1/8. And then I'm going to just put a little mark there and a little mark there. Okay. Now I'm going to put it in on the 5-inch side. So I'm putting it in at the 5-inch side to 1 inch. So it's on the 5-inch side. I'm putting it in at 1 inch. And then I'm going to put back my blade. So let me get my blade back in. And I'm going to, let's get in. Come on, blade. There we go. I'm going to go from my score line, and I'm only going to go as far as that mark. Now, you could actually put a piece of card. So I'm putting a piece of card where the actual mark is now. So it's a random piece of card. I'm going to put it there. Then you'll see that I am stopping there. So I'm going to put my blade. So I'm making sure it's got 1 inch. And I'm only going to cut up to that mark. Now, I can do that without doing that, but that was a suggestion for you. So I'm just going to make sure I've got it at 1 inch. I'm going to pop my blade down right on where that score line is. So you put your score line, and it's your mark on the side of your blade that shows you line that up with your score line. And then I'm going to take it up, and I can see that my actual mark is there. So I'm going to bring that up until I hit that mark. It's a bit difficult with my camera in the way, but I think that's about right. So that actually, if you came down 2 1/8 and popped your blade in and then cut down, that's another way of doing it. So I'm going to lift up, making sure that I've not moved it. It's still at that 2 1 inch mark, 1 inch there. And I'm bringing my blade. So I've lifted my blade up and brought my blade back so that my mark on my cutting blade is level with my score line. And then I'm going to cut down to that mark. So let's move that. So my mark is there. So I'm going to bring my blade down. Let's just make sure it's on there. Bring it down to the mark. Okay, so lift that up and I'm going to spin it round and I'm going to repeat that. So I'm putting it in at 1 inch. So I'm putting it in at 1 inch. I'm lining my blade up with this score line. So the score line is, if you come from the top, it's your very first score line that you're going down. You're lining it up with that score line. Once you've lined it up, you can press your blade down and take it up. So let's try this. So take it up and you're going as far as your mark. Now I can see my mark is at the bottom of my piece, so I'm just going to put that there so you can see that it is there. Okay, lifting my blade up, I'm going to go down to the bottom. I'm looking for my mark, so as I say, it's still in 1 inch. I'm looking for my mark. I can see my mark there. Oh, just off the screen, let me push that there, sorry. So I'm putting it level with my mark, so I'm going to get that blade level with my mark, and I'm only scoring up to what now, if you look down, that's one score line, the second score line. So I'm only going to cut up to that second score line. Okay, and so your blade mark comes level with your score line. Okay, so you'll end up with it looking like that. So now we're going to turn it back onto its 10-inch side, and we're going to put it in at 2 1/8. So put it in at 2 1/8, then line your blade up with your cut mark. So I'm going to line it up where I've just cut it. So I'm lining that side up. So I'm lining that part of my mark on my blade with the actual cut line. Okay, so you're making sure it's at 2 1/8 on this, putting it on that cut line, and then you're only going to cut up as far as the other cut line. So get to where your cut line is and lift up. Okay, you're going to rotate it round, put it back in at 2 1/8, and we're going to do exactly the same. So we're going to line that mark up where our cut is. So get that exactly on our cut. It's a bit hard, the camera's directly in my way, of course. So line it up with your cut mark, then you're going to take it up to the other cut mark. So I'm being very careful. There we go. Okay, and that should pop out. If it doesn't, just take your scissors. So on this one, I'm just going to tuck it in because it's just so. Get that side. Just going to pop that. I think it'll pop out actually, but just it's hanging on by a thread. Okay, there we go. So there we go. So that come out like that, okay. So we'll move our trimmer out of our way. Now you know me, I like to go in where I've just cut, and I use my bone folder to just smooth down those edges. So all of my cut lines, smooth those back down. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just gonna bring in my card so I can see how I've done it. So let's turn it over. So what we're going to do is push that one back. So that one will be going back, and we're going to do just a mountain fold to start with. So make sure that it's level on both sides, and then give yourself a nice crease. So that's your mountain fold there. This one will be a valley fold, so we're going to do the same. So I'll bring that over. I'm going to turn it round, just making sure that you make your card line up with your edges. So it seems to be a fraction out, so let me just hold that and do that. Just going to go on that bottom line and just take that down. Okay, so that will go like that. Now I want, right, so this one, when I've got it like that, I want to push this one down. So I'm going to crease that back now like that. Give that a nice crease and then push it back into place. And then I'm turning round, I'm going to do the same. So I'm going to fold it back on itself and just give that a crease so that when it stands up, you can pull it back in, and so we get that effect, that nice effect. Okay, right, so that's the cutting and the scoring and the folding done. So now we're going to start doing our DSP and our layers. So we want 4 pieces that coordinate, so 4 pieces of card, or I'm going to give you 2 alternatives. You can do what I'm doing on the front, which is to have layers of my card, or you can have DSP. So I will show you as we go along, because I do the back in the DSP, so you'll be able to see that, and the front with the card layers, so you'll be able to choose whether you want to do it identical to mine or do it as I've done the back. So 4 pieces that are 4 1/8 by 4 inches, and the DSP to go on top of them is 7/8. Am I right? Just where I'm at. Sorry, DSP is 3/4. So these were 7/8 by 4 inches. These you want 4 of, which are 3/4 by 4 inch. I'll get it right. I'm looking at my notes and I was looking in the wrong place. So I've chosen to use the beautiful perennial lavender paper. So it's still available. So I'm using a contrasting colour. You could use Melon Mambo. I have got an old lovely lipstick colour, but it's not far. I'll just show you a minute. Just let me stick this down and I will show you it by Melon Mambo. So I could have used that, but I want to use up this lovely lipstick card that I've got, and I thought it seems to go, so I'm going to go with this. So here's your Melon Mambo. Look, there's not a great deal of colour difference between Melon Mambo and lovely lipstick, so for using current colours, you could swap in the Melon Mambo as easy as anything, or choose to do it in silver to make it a really special card. Silver would look nice. So all these that I've got in lovely lipstick, could do them in silver. You could do them in white. So you could do them in, let's see, could just do tone on tone. So you could kind of do Highland Heather. That would be another suggestion you could do. So there's all sorts of different colours you could use to make this pop. Okay, so I'm going to let's flatten my card out. Let's do it that way. Let's just put it flat for the moment. I just want to make sure Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm just doubly make sure before you make any mistakes. So we're going to put these on and just giving it an equal increment all the way around. I just really liked the colour together, so I thought this would be fun. So this will be a female birthday card when I've finished it. So there we go. Oops. Go on. It's got some colour out there. So not happy that that's not straight. Oh, done it again. Want to make sure it's straight. I think that's okay. And put it over here. So this is you could call it a swing card if you do it slightly different. If you left this and you didn't fold any of those, then it would be a swing card like that. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, as I say, do it different, so I've made it different. I don't know whether anybody's thought of doing this before, so not sure whether it's my own design or whether somebody has thought of this design. This is the trouble, it's like reinventing the wheel. You suddenly do something and think, well, that's mine because I've used my own measurements and done it how I've done it, and then only to find later on down the line somebody else has actually done that. So you never know. Right, okay, so I have now got a piece that is 2 inches by 7/8. So this is another mat, and I'm putting this equal increments between top and bottom and the side. So I'll give you that again in case I faltered on that. That is 2 inches by 2 7/8. Now you've got to be careful because you want it on this one. So you're going to do one on that side, turn it over and put the second one on this back here. It'll all make sense in a bit. That's why I flipped it like that before I did it. So equal increments all the way around there, just going back. So because that sticks like that, then we need this piece here. So this is the second one on the back to be done again. So you need four of these that are 2 inches by 2 7/8. Again, equal increments all the way around. And while I've got it on here, I have got I'm gonna turn it back now. I'll turn it back so I can see what I'm doing, right, because I don't want to make a mistake. Right, so we've got one more, of course, one more to put it on there. Now I am going to make a mail card as well, so I will be filming this again, making a mail card. So this is my female version, but I will be doing a mail card using this design. Okay, so we've got that like that, so that will look like that. And I've got 4 pieces of DSP that measure 1 7/8 by 2 3/4. Now I'm going to stick the plainer 2, so I like to do 2 and 2. So the fancier ones I'm going to stick, so it isn't off the same paper, but of course it's the coordinating paper. So I'm going to stick the 2 with the white flowers. I'm going to stick on the 2 outsides. So leave yourself equal increment all the way around, and I'm going to put this on here as well. And then what I'm calling the 2 plainer pieces, I'm going to put on these 2 at the back. Now we're starting to build the picture for where I want my other DSP pieces. Okay, so these 2 are going to go here. There we go, those 2 pieces there. So while we're on the back, we'll start with these DSP pieces. So this is the way you could do it if you just wanted to do DSP and not do the additional layer that I've done. So my DSP is measuring my 7/8 by my 4 inches, and I have done 4 of these. If you are, however, going to do just DSP rather than doing the additional layers, you could do 8 of these. You could do coordinating colours, you could do it the same. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to put these on there. Make sure that I'm happy with those. So I just think I'm so thrilled that they've actually carried this over. They've carried 1 or 2 DSPs over this year, and I'm so pleased that they've done that, because you get some beautiful paper and you don't use it all up. You end up where you just get stacks and stacks of paper, and unless you do like me and I think, well, you know, you can use any DSP. I'm using DSP that I've bought because I loved it. I'm giving you ideas of what you can do with it. So you might not be able to get the paper that I use, but with them doing this, it's given me the opportunity to actually use DSP that that I bought last year, but now it's still available. Right, I'm just going to go back to putting it in position because I want to see what I want where. So I'm just going to turn this around, and I think yeah, I'm going to have the 2 highly patterned ones on the outside, so I'll bring those. So I've just flattened it like this to actually put my pieces on, of course. So I'm going to bring that in. There we go. As I say, it's just as effective with the DSP pieces on. I've already done that. And then I'm going to flip it over. Oh, that's why I thought. I didn't think I glued that on. Ah, dear. So I think this is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love purples anyway. I'm a blue fan, but I do love purples and reds and what have you. So there. And then I'm going to flip over. Again, I'm putting it in position to see which one I'm just going to turn mine round to see which way I did the writing. Oh yeah, so I did that at the front one. So I thought I'm going to use this one to write on, because although it's the same DSP, I thought this is rather plain enough to be able to just write on it rather than using my white card. I don't know whether I said to you how frugal I am being. So it wants to go on here. I'll just double check that I want that one on there. That's it. So there, and I'll just double check that. I think I've got that right. How am I doing it? That comes forward. It's that way, isn't it? That's why it's fighting me, because I want it like that's the back one. Come on. I'm going to get it right in a minute. It'll come to me. That one's at the back. Honestly, why am I? Oh, I know why. I've got my card facing the wrong way. Fancy having your card facing the wrong way when you're trying to look at what you're doing. So that one goes down there. Is it that way? But no, it's that way, isn't it? That's why it's popped the wrong way. Oh, honestly. So it'll be like that. When I turn it to the back, that's right, that's back on there, and that's where I want to write on. But I think I might just put some sentiment on this, just a little bit. And I meant to get my some sentiment stamps. No, I want something else. So that was silly of me not getting my sentiment stamps. Let's see. I'm just going to grab a few quick ones. Oh, actually, will that fit? Let's have a look. Where is it? Which one is it? For a special person on a special day. It's that, yes, and that looks perfect for actually doing that on there. A special person on a special day. I think I'll stick that on there. That'll do fine. So I'm going to do that in Gorgeous Grape. So I'm going to go Gorgeous Grape. Bring that in, and for a special person on a special day. So I'm going to stick that quite high up, because remember I want to write on the bottom of there. Lovely. Okay, that's great. So I can now put that on my card. And then I will be able to write on that. So it goes flat for me to be able to write on it, but that's perfect. Okay, now I'm going to do the happy birthday. So we'll start with the happy birthday thing and we'll work our way out. So I'm going to be sticking my happy birthday on here. Right, I'll just move those out of the way for the moment. So what I have done is I've got a die, a shadow die, and I've cut two of my shadows out, because this one, it goes together. So it goes like that and it goes like that. But of course I don't want it like that. I want it so that it's separate on the top and bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my happy birthday on first. I'm going to glue my happy birthday on first, because when I did the first card, I realised, you see that Y sticks out. and I want to be able to cut it and give it a bit more shape on that bit. So I'm gonna there. So I want to be able to cut into that. So I'm gonna go up, but I'm gonna go round for my Y and come back in. And I'm gonna round just that little bit. There we go, that's better. So I've got that Y now, how I want it. Now, as you can see, it's cut out there, and I don't obviously want that. So that's why I've done 2 of these, and I've done this with the layered card. So this is with my lovely lipstick, which I said you could use Melon Mambo in place of lovely lipstick. I think that would look just as nice. So, whoops, help if I put it the right way. So I'm gonna put that, there we go. So I'm going to put that on there, and then we'll bring that now, so that can just go straight across there, around that. Okay. Okay, right, done that. Oops, move that out of the way. Right, so I'm now going to put that up on dimensionals. Oh, here they are. I'm just gonna bring in the birthday. I'm just gonna stick one on there, and I'm going to stick that. I'm just going to, in fact, I'll put one on here because I'm going to see whereabouts I want them. I'm going to start with. Oops. There we go. Right. I think I'll have those. Oh, I can put it straight on this one actually. So I think I'll put the birthday about there. Get off. Got glue string attached to me. I think I'm going to put that about there, I think, and then I can pop the happy above that now. That's about right. Put that happy there. Okay, now what I felt I wanted to do for the back, this bit here, I thought I'll bring in, move that out of the way. I'm going to bring in some of flowers, and I'm calling it the stem, but it's really out of the Encircled in Nature. You get a lot of lovely dies with it. It's still available. It's not in any catalogue, but you can get it online, and it's in Reduce, so that's even better. And it's this, you get a double one, so you put that on and you get 2 out when you cut them out. So I have used that, and I've cut a few of those out, and I'm just going to get my brush, and I'm just going to see if that's coming off. No, that's coming off. And I'm just going to go in with Pretty Peacock. So I'm just going to get a tiny bit on my brush, and I'm going to go up. Don't want to go too much, but I want it to come in and out of colour a bit with my Pretty Peacock. That's good, like that. Okay, so that's my Peacock. I'll have it a bit done there. So I've got Pretty Peacock there. I'm just gonna use my, this is great with glass mats because you can just wipe your whatever you do up and come in with your, and you're done, you're cleaned. That's great. So let's just put the lid on Pretty Peacock a minute. I'm going to come in with my Highland Heather, I think, actually. In fact, I didn't, yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with what I thought. So I want a purple one. So I'm going to come in with Highland Heather. Again, I'm just going to go there, and I'm just going to go in the middle of it, sort of like that. That's it. So just rough it, and then just in the middle. So I'm just kind of doing it. Some will come darker than the others, but that's what I want, so that they're different. That's great. Okay, that's there. Right. What I'm going to do with that, so again, keep making sure which one I want to work on. So I'm going to fold them out of the way because it's going to be this back one I'm going to work on. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm just bringing some glue. I'm just going to put this on here, and then I'm going to see if well, actually I think I'm going to put it up on dimensionals now. I know I've got my black minis somewhere, and I seem to have misplaced them. They'll be about somewhere, but anyway, I haven't got time for that. So what I'll do is bring in old scissors, and I have actually got some partial bits at the bottom, so I'll just come in and stick a bit on the bottom. Now you'll see that that star there in the middle is missing, so there's one or two things that's going to happen with that, and I've not made my mind up 100% what I'm doing yet. I've saved the middle of them, and I'm going to put that one up there, and then the last one goes over the top. I'm going to come out there. Right, now I'm going to get my putty. This is great, this tool, and I'm just going to fit the little white bit. I'm going to see. I'm just struggling a bit for which. There you go, got it. So let's see if I can get that the same now. I think that one needs to be turned round, I think. Sticks out. This one is down there, I think. I think that's it. Yeah, done it again. And let's see if I can hit this one pretty quickly. That one, no. Sorry, I'm just struggling because the camera's in the way. That's it. It's there. Go on. No, got it in there. There we go. Right, now I do actually have a glow white Wink of Stella, and I'm just gonna colour this, the white bit in the centre. And that will shine. So I'm going to see what I like. If I don't like it, I can always put some gems on. So far, let's put it the right way. We'll get that look. So, oh, I like that. That's nice so far. Right, now, on the sides, so I think I'm going to do the sides next. I'm going to flatten the card out. Just going to make sure I'm not going to get any ink on me, and dry that off so it doesn't mess up my card. I'm going to put that down like that, and I'm concentrating on this side. So ahead of time, I've cut out some vases. There's lots of vases that you can get in different sets. This happens to be from the Boho Indigo set, and I've just cut purely the vase out of the DSP, and I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to just see where I want that to be about the bottom there. So I'm going to put that there, and then we'll come in, and I'm going to do this, I think, in Melon Mambo. I think I've decided. So my Melon Mambo's here, and I'm just going to put, in fact, I'll do it on a come on, it on a, there we go, that's it. Going to come in, and this is not the white one, is it? That's my clear one. So I'm going in with the clear one, and I'm just going to go in and just bring the dark a bit in there. Get rid of that. Okay. So I'm bringing the darker area at the bottom, and then as I go to the top, I'm going lighter. Okay. Bring the darker at the bottom, and lighter at the top. Again, darker at the bottom, darker at the bottom, and then I'll bring going lighter at the top. Okay. Again, darker at the bottom, and then going lighter at the top. And do it the other way. I could have done this offline really, but I need to get it filmed. Basically this card needs to get off. I'm running out of time, so I couldn't have prepped offline because I need to film now so that the card's finished, and then I can get it in the post. Okay, so okay, and I've got to do another one of these, unfortunately, because whatever I've done to one side I've done to the other as well, so I've got to do two of them, I'm afraid. That's it. But this is one done for now. What I think I'll do is I will finish this one and the other decorating I'm going to do, and I will actually finish it off later. Okay, so you get the idea. So let's just put a little bit of darkness going in here. So I'm going back in and bring in a bit more dark at the bottom. So bring this in here, a bit darker at the bottom. Okay, that'll do. Okay, then I'd normally get rid of all that, but we'll have to leave that for the moment because I'm going back in here. So I'm going to glue this. So again, I will do what I've done on this side, I'm going to do on and make another one of these so that I can do it on the other side as well. So that's going to go on up on there. Actually, I'm going to put up on dimensionals. So it just needs that little bit of lift, I feel. I'll put that in there, give it that little bit of lift. There, that's good. Okay, so so it'll be interesting at whatever angle you look at it. So you've got that coming, you've got the happy birthday there, and at the side you'll have these, if you look at the side view like that. Okay, now this paper is so pretty. I thought, well, I might do something like that. Okay, so I am going to show you how I did this though. So I've got well, I've got these as well, so I'm gonna go with them. So you'll have to be patient with me because I am going to, some of my viewers like to see all of what you're doing, so they like to see the start and the finish of whatever you do. See how this has still got colour on it, so I'm trying to get rid of the colour by doing it on, because I don't want to actually put different colours on. I think that's coming better now. Right, okay, so I am going to go Gorgeous Grape. So in fact, I'll bring up for one, put some Gorgeous Grape on, as simple as that. And I'm going to go in with my Gorgeous Grape, and I'm gonna just go like this. In fact, that's come too dark. Didn't want it as dark as that. How many did I cut? I think I've got enough to do it. I will do that on another. It's not Gorgeous Grape I want, then it must be Highland Heather. So I'm going to just get rid of this off here a minute, and I'll go back to getting Highland Heather. So I'll bring in the Highland Heather now, because that was too dark. I can't have done it with Highland Heather. I must have, I can't have done it with Gorgeous Grape. Must have done it with Highland Heather. Okay. So I did it a long time ago, this one, so that'll be the reason why. So I've still got a bit of purple still on there, but it'll come down to Highland Heather anyway. Right, so I'll try this again now. So as I say, I've got a spare one, so I'll just bring in that. I wonder if it's this actual, no, it's coming lighter, isn't it? It's coming lighter. Just kind of just going on them roughly. I'm not going down as far as the stem, of course, because as you can see from that stem, I'm actually going to be doing the pretty peacock on the stem. I'm just going on each one. You can let the white show through as well, so that's fine. So it doesn't take too long to do them. And as I say, this you can use any kind of leaves, foliage, whatever you want really. As I say, this one is from the Encircled in Nature, which you can still get. This what I'm just painting now is the boho indigo. So that's fine. I'm going to try one of these. I'm going to try and see what I want. So I think my problem is that my Winker Stella must be running out, and so it's not freely giving me what I want really in fluid movement of my colour. So I don't know whether I've told you, but I put some alcohol in just to make it go a little bit further. Don't know whether this is the one that I've done that to or not. And then we'll do these tiny bits down here. So we've got kind of that going off, so I think I'm going to do another one. So I might do kind of an opposite type of thing, so kind of one each of those and one each of these. So let's see what I end up doing. I go along with the feel. Sometimes I don't have a specific thing in my mind that I'm going to do. I just prepare a load of things and then think, oh, I like that, I'll do that. So it all depends on what takes shape at the end. Okay, I think there's a bit more colour on the other one, but doesn't really matter. Every flower in nature is different, so we'll go with that. Right, just get rid of that, and then we'll come in with the pretty peacock. Right, now I am aware that the ones that I've just been doing, it's come too dark, so I'm just gonna build it up slowly on here. As I say, it doesn't seem to be flowing very good, so this could be the wrong wink of Stella. Right, oh, where am I going? Going pink. Now, do you fancy pink stem? So I was putting pink on. Anything's possible with me these days, I'll tell you. Having lots of fun and games these days. goes in and out of colour. And then our last one. Seems to dry okay. So you don't need too much, as you can see. I've got very little that I've put. As I say, it's my Winker Stella that's, I think, must be running out. So my flow's not there that I really wanted, but it will work. Okay, so we've got those. Right, I'm just gonna try and see if I can, yeah, I think there's, just try and get rid of that now. Oh yeah, you see it's coming now. Oh dear. So let's see if I can push it about a bit now. I've got a little bit more. That's it. And let's push this back. That's better. The flow's come now. That's it, and just do that. That's what it needed. That little bit more of a flow. Okay, so oops, and I went and dipped it in the pink, of course, didn't I? There, but that's taken the blue out now, so that's fine. That's good. Right, we're good and dandy. Right, oh, and I forgot to put that on, but we didn't have an accident, so that's okay. Right, now, on my original, I did some birthday words. In fact, while I'm thinking about that, I think I will quickly, now we've got some flow on the Winker Stella. I'll see if it will go better now. And yeah, it's going better now. So I may as well do it while it's flowing, otherwise when I come back to it, it'll not be flowing as well. And this is going a bit more subtle, this one. Oh, and I can see the sparkling coming better on this one, so it didn't come as well as this on the last one. So, but that will be fine. Better. Much better. I should have done that at first, but hey ho, there we go. There, as I say, this one's not taken, because you can see the flow, you can see the difference. It's moving around far better for me. That's fine. That's going to have come different to the other, but I'm just now gonna go over this a bit more, make it flow a bit better, and it should go a bit more sparklier as well. I can see the sparkle coming now. Because sometimes you just try and rush when you're doing it online. You just try and rush. Which one? Let's go back over the petals, because it's now giving me what I want. That's better. There. Okay, let's get rid of that now. Oh, and I've not done the manual. Oh, sorry. Oh dear. Sorry about that. Knocking you. Okay, so we can do the other side. So I'll just move those out of the way, and that, and we'll just come in and clear my surface so we're not making a mess. Okay, right. Now, I'm going to kind of work on proviso. I want something kind of coming down here or coming down there. In fact, I might go with those two, we'll see. But I want some more sentiment for here. So I'm just looking, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. Now, sometimes when you're looking on the front, it's showing you it's smaller these days than it actually is. And you can see that I've got perfect. Okay, that's going to work. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some scrap of white, and I'm going to pick up anything that is just a scrap. Okay, and I'm going to bring that on my block, and do I go melon mango or do I go? No, I'll stick with my Highland Heather. No, not Island Heather. I want Gorgeous Grape. It's here. I've used it. Where is it hiding? Underneath there. Okay, so I'm just going to go Gorgeous Grape, and wishing you all the happiness you can imagine, and maybe I'll stick that up there. Okay, so let's just do that, and all I'm going to do is fussy cut this. So I'm just going to go round and fussy cut it like this. And coming round and down. I want to be careful because it's a dark colour and it's always a possibility that it's not dry yet. Okay, that's great. I know I've just buried, I'll start a new one. I've just buried somewhere my, yeah, I've found them. Just buried my dimensionals. I'll get the words out there. So I want to come in, come down there. I'm going to have that about there. Okay, and then I'm going to go for putting this coming down. So we'll just put some glue on that, and that's going to hang down from the top there. Okay, and I'll just have a look whether I can maybe do something. Don't know. I'm not feeling it. Maybe I won't put that on there. Maybe I want that going round like that now. So that's going to go round like that. Smooth that out of the way and see what we're looking like. Yeah, I like that better. Right, now I want some more words to go here. So let's have a look. What are the sentiments that are going to fit? Now, wishing you all the happiness we've just done. You are wonderful in every way. That might fit. Perfect. Yeah, we can go for that. So I've just footy cut that white and I've made it disappear. I like doing vanishing acts, you know, because I've put the, what did I do with the scissors? That would be a good idea. If I've got the scissors, I might see where I put, they're right in front of me. Oh, it's there. You see, it did come eventually, and I'm hoping that will fit. Let's have a look. On that side, can I get away with that? Maybe. We'll try it. I'll see if it'll work. If not, we'll just get another scrap piece of white. So I'm going to put it like that, hoping that will work. Yeah, I think I can just about get away with that. So I'm gonna curve round. So as I say, I'm having to be careful because with this being a dark colour, fussy cutting it so soon, I may be asking for trouble. Going on there and round, down. Yeah, got away with that. Okay, and again, I'm just going to stick a dimensional on the bottom of there just to lift it. Okay, and just keep making sure I'm putting it on the right place. So I'm going to do that about there. Right, now I did like, let's just move this out of the way. I did like those, and it's just typical. I haven't cut any more of these out. So my idea is I'm going to cut some more of these out because I will put those going down there and going along the bottom. But I'm not going to make you wait to see me do that because I have got to cut them out and fussy cut, and I've kept you long enough. So I'm just going to do this, seeing as though now I've actually done this part. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to see this. No, I can't. This on this one. One of the cards I used, I could actually see through the card. And because I could see through the card, I could put them in identical places. This I found I can't, so it's not going to happen, guys. Okay, so that's going to go on the side. Oh, it's lovely and sparkly. Yes, I made the right decision. Okay, that'll be fine there. So let me they come as if, oh, that's because I've got it the wrong way around again. Right, so as I say, I will be putting those there, there and there. Let's have a look. Oops. Where have I got my... I don't know whether I'll be playing around with that. Okay, you will see the finished version to what I'm going to do on the photograph that will be on the front of the video. But thank you for dropping by and bearing with me. I'll probably put some gems on as well, but you'll see that on the front of the card. So that's how it will stand. It will look like that on one side and that on the other, and then on the back you will have the paper doing all the work for you, so you don't need to decorate any of the back. I put a verse on there. I will write in there, but it's gorgeous paper. does all the lovely work for you, doesn't it? So I hope you like that. Thank you for, as I say, for dropping by. Do stay safe, do stay well. Bye for now.